Now, sometimes after you have sown the seed, you do pray for crop failure, because you recognize that the seed you have sown are not necessarily consistent with the harvest you want to get back. Now, let me just share with you how that works out in a young man's life, and then we'll wrap it up. So, as I was growing up, as a kid, about 7 years old, my parents made a major decision. They decided to go in two separate directions. They got divorced. And I will tell you that as a 7-year-old sitting on the side of a bed in a very cold place in Michigan, looking at the rest of my life, I'm not sure that any child should have to go through what so many of our kids are going through on a daily basis. Having to make adult decisions at a very young age. Seeming like, from 7 years old until I was about 14 years old, that life just wasn't fair. And so I decided that I would act in a way that was consistent with someone who believes that life isn't fair. So I gave life what a person who believes that it's not fair, I gave life that. And life, according to Galatians 6:7, gave me something back. And so as a freshman in high school, I'm sitting in a place where now I have failed out of high school. Because when you give nothing in, you get, you got that right. And so I successfully flunked out of high school. Now, I don't recommend that, by the way. I'm just saying, I don't recommend it. But, sometimes you got to celebrate your success. I didn't have very much to celebrate. I failed world geography. I think I am the only United States senator ever failed civics. Now, think about that for a second. It'll catch up with you. Lord have mercy. Yes. Let me give her the microphone because she understands. Yes. You can't fail civics to be the U.S. Senator. As a matter of fact, you can't start in a single-parent household, living in abject poverty, living with your grandparents, sharing one room with your mom and your brother, and end up in the United States Senate. Unless there is a God. Unless there is a God who has a plan for your life that goes beyond your boundaries. If you believe in that God, then all things are truly possible in spite of you. Not because of you, but in spite of you. And so when I was sitting there as a high school flunk out, having failed world geography, civics, Spanish, and English. Now, when you fail Spanish and English, well, they do not call you bilingual. No. They call you bi ignorant. So you can't speak in any language. That's where I found my unhappy self. Can a brother get an amen? Amen. It was not a good year for Tim Scott. But see, God had a plan, though. See, I believe that God has a plan for you. I believe that the Lord Almighty, knowing exactly how you would be born, where you would be born, how you would make your way to Voorhees, I believe that God understands where you are and what you want and how to get you to where he needs you to be.